Welcome to Hot Tip Tuesday. This week I'm continuing on our sacred journey of the 7 laws of Huna. I'm John Paul Fischbach. I'm the CEO and Chief Alchemist here at the Auspicious Arts Incubator, and I welcome you to this second law of the Huna. Now, it's closely linked to the first law, which, if you remember, was the world is what you think it is. And this second law states there are no limits. Everything is possible. So, like the first law, this law is also about your thoughts. Now, when I was training with the Kahuna on the island of Kauai, he had some real physical methods for teaching me this lesson, but I can't fling you off a heiau into the ocean, so we'll have to try a gentler approach. Now, the second law says there are no limits. Everything is possible. Let's look at the second part of this law, everything is possible. Now, I think that most of you will agree with this in principle, until you hit one of your limits. And then we reject the part about there are no limits. Now, the Kahuna that I trained with helped me to identify limits that I believed in. Some limits that we have that we believe in are good ones. And they are what I call agreed to limits, right? They're things that help society function. There are things that help us play a game. There are things that there are laws and things that we agree to these limits. And that's different. The limits that I want to talk about are the ones that keep us from achieving our dreams and achieving our goals. Now, sometimes these limits get expressed as excuses, and sometimes they get expressed as defenses. Now, I have visited this topic of self-limiting beliefs many times, and I will revisit it many more times because it's critical for us as artists. In our artistic practice, it's up to us to move through those limits, to understand that everything is possible. And it takes us a little while to fully embrace this second law of the Huna. Now, if you feel like life is getting constricting, your choices are narrowing, and all types of limitations are restricting your life and your true freedom, well, then it's time to free yourself. If you relentlessly argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you relentlessly argue for your limitations, they embrace you and your present situations to provide the limited nature of your life and your achievements. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the other hand, when you hold the image of hope and feelings of possibility, and you refuse to box yourself into pre-made limits that others or even you have set for yourself, well, you stay open to the field of all possibilities. So whether you believe this second law right now or not, I want you to take this on board. Look, just for this week. Take it on board this week as though you do believe it. The only thing that is stopping me from reaching my full potential, my goals and my dreams, is my mind. Start now. Be free. Change the thought patterns, beliefs, and habits that limit you. Look, and if you're struggling with that, we can help. That's what the Incubator is partly about, is helping artists conquer these beliefs, change these thoughts, change these habits. So if you need help with that, come on, ask us, we can help you. You have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain. So please, for this week, make it a game. Make it an exploration. Make it an experiment. The action for this week is be free. So I want to give you 3 things to work on to embrace this second law. There are no limits. Everything is possible. Now, these are actions that allow you to discover your ability to change your situation, feel better, and feel free. So I'm offering you 3 challenges for this week. Number 1 is to have and hold an attitude of great expectation. Number 2 is to honestly confront and examine some limit that you have inadvertently set on your life. And 3 is that every day this week, think a little bigger than your comfort zone. Stretch. Take actions that allow you to discover and expand into bigger and better things. You can free yourself of the limits that you hold. You can free yourself of the limits that hold you back from being the amazing artist that you are. There are no limits. Everything is possible. Now, in the ASAP membership site, I go into greater detail with this particular law. So if this is something you need to work on, then please have a look at the ASAP membership site. It might be just the thing that you need to get through this challenge. And every time that you need real practical help for your arts practice, reach out to us. www.auspiciousartsincubator.org